What's up, flamethrowers? It is me, Flame the Dragon Hog here, and welcome to another installment of Flame's Rants. I really don't want to do this, but I am, by force. Apparently, a certain somebody here is celebrating his birthday, and he's here with me today. You all know him. Most of us hate him. But, like I said before, he's celebrating his birthday today. So, everybody, please say hello. So please say hello to the birthday boy. Joining me today is the nefarious Dr. Ivo Robotnik, or lots of you may know him as Eggman. So go ahead, Eggman, say hi to everybody. Hello, everybody. It is I, Dr. Ivo Robotnik, or as many of you guys call me, Eggman. Yeah. Well, anyway, today is Eggman's birthday, ladies and gentlemen. And out of the kindness of my heart, I decided to let Eggman come onto the channel. Indeed. And I am most grateful for that, Flame. Oh my gosh. Why did I even agree to do this with you? Because if you didn't, I would have blown up your world by now. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, anyway, recommended by Eggman here today. Hey Eggman, would you like to tell everybody? Of course. Today, we are going to be counting down the top 10 Sonic villains. Yep, that's right, guys. We are going to be counting down my top 10 Sonic villains. And as we go down the list, we will be rating them, like on a scale of 1 to 10, or like giving them a 10 out of 10 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, and the reason why Eggman is here with me is under some weird circumstances. But anyway, let's get this thing started. Okay, so the first ever so the first Sonic villain we want to talk about here is Black Doom. Okay, so what do I think about Black Doom? Well, let's just say he is rather evil. I mean, he did kind of trick Shadow into kind of almost destroying the Earth. Well, in Shadow the Hedgehog, there are like multiple different things, but he is something. What did you think about it? What did you think about him, Eggman? What I think of him is he's trying too hard to take my job. Look, I'm the only one who's supposed to destroy the Earth, not him. But even though I did kind of help stop Black Doom, that doesn't mean that I'm siding with you. Remember, I don't want anybody else in the bad boy chair but me. Well, okay then. Well, anyway, if I had to rate Black Doom, I would definitely have to give him definitely a 10 out of 10 on the evil scale. What? Well, it is true. I mean, sure, he is heartless. I mean, his name is Black Doom after all. I mean, come on. What good guy's name is Black Doom? Well, I guess you do have a point. I mean, after all, he is evil. But I still say I'm the most evilest. I mean, I am an OG. You are a original Sonic villain, after all. Okay, well, anyway, on to the next villain. Okay, so the next villain that we want to talk about is Dr. Eggman Nega from the, excuse me. Sorry, from the Soul universe, from the Soul dimension. What do I think about Eggman Nega? Well, he is pretty much like Eggman. He is pretty much like Eggman, except he's from another dimension. What do you think about him, Eggman? Well, I honestly think that Eggman Nega is definitely a ripoff of me. Although, he does seem to think that he's a whole lot more smarter than me. But, I'm just leaning up against him. I don't know. I mean, honestly, he is a much better version of me. And hey, what better villain is better than me than, well, Another version of me. Well, I guess so. But anyway, he does kind of give Blaze a run for her money. He actually really does. Okay, so anyway, if I had to give Eggman Nega a rating, I would definitely give him a decent 8 out of 10. I mean, like I said before, he does get underneath Blaze's skin, but at least he does try a lot. But, I mean, guys, I'm not saying that I'm siding with the villains or anything, because I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not siding with any of the villains. I'm just saying, he tries. I mean, I do have to give the Sonic villains props. They try. They really do try. But who's the ones who's always kicking their butts? Us, the freedom fighters. Okay, well, anyway, back to what I was doing. Oh yeah, the next villain I want to talk about here is none other than Shadow. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Does Shadow really count as a villain? I mean, he could have gone a villain pathway. He could have, but I know what you guys are probably going to say. He's more like a rival than a villain. But, like I said before, he does actually tend to go off the handle a little bit. Like, oh, I don't know, for example, he tried blowing up the Earth, or he beat me and Sonic up so many times. Sorry. Sorry, guys, I was actually choking a little bit. I'm okay. Okay, but anyway, back to what I was saying. As for Shadow, I honestly don't know. I mean, because honestly, he did turn good after realizing what Maria wanted him to do. What do you think about him, Eggman? Well, if I had to say something, I would definitely say that Hedgehog has really lost his evil card after joining you. Well, yes, I do have to say that, but if I had to rate Shadow, I would definitely give him a decent 5 out of 10. Yeah, I'll give him a 5 out of 10. Because honestly, in some points, he does often betray us, but he does often pull through at the end. So, yeah. Alright then, I guess you're right about that, Hedgehog. Well, yeah. Okay, so, next villain we want to talk about here is none other than Chaos. Okay, so, let me think about this. For a being made out of complete water, or total chaos, or whatever he's supposed to be made out of, I don't know. He was a really good villain. I'm not gonna lie, he was a really good villain. What do you think about him, Eggman? Well, if I had to say something about Chaos, I would definitely have to say he was most annoying. I mean, sure, I did control him, but he was a force to be reckoned with. I mean, especially if once he got all 7 Chaos Emeralds, and then he turned into his perfect form. Yeah, that is true. But hey, look at the bright side. It also took the power of the Chaos Emeralds to stop him. Yes, but what would you rate him? Well, if I had to rate him, I would definitely give him a decent 5 out of 10. Why? I mean, he was evil, but he wasn't actually evil. He was just awakened. He was just awoken and really pissed off by a certain round-shaped person that's sitting next to me. Hey, I wanted a new weapon to defeat you with. Yeah, and so you decided to wake up an ancient morphed Chow into destroying everything with every Chaos Emerald you feed it. Hey, I had to try something. Oh my gosh, Eggman. Okay, well, anyway, next villain we want to talk about here is the Zeddy. Now, you guys remember the Zeddy from Sonic Lost World? Oh my gosh. All 6 Zeddys. My goodness. Well, let me rate them all. Okay, so we'll start with Zaz. Zaz, which is the pink Zeddy over there, he basically just wants to fight, and he's kind of a loose cannon. What did you think about him, Eggman? Well, Zaz, he is kind of a loose cannon, like you said. He's pretty crazy and wild. So yeah, I would definitely rate him. Definitely. But that's up to you. So what would you rate him? Oh, well, that's easy. I would definitely rate Zaz. Oh, I don't know. Definitely, 1 out of 10. Yeah, he's just that bad as a villain. I mean, come on. Okay, so anyway, next up we have is the, Goth, Gothic, Zeddy. I don't know his name, but I'll talk about him. He's just too depressing. I mean, it's like every time I always see him, he's always so depressing. What can I say? He is gothic. But anyway, what did you think about him, Eggman? Heck, I hardly got to talk to him. But when he does talk, it's mainly depressing, and he's always just a buzzkill. Just a major buzzkill. Yeah, he is a major buzzkill, so I'm definitely giving him a 1 out of 10. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is Zumo, which is the big yellow Zeddy. Um, okay, well, me and Sonic, we definitely had our share with this guy. I mean, he barely does anything. All he does is eat, 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 and eat. And if you make fun of his weight, let's just say it's not a good day. Well, what did you think about him, Eggman? Well, I honestly thought he was the most disgusting Zeddy out there. Think about it. He once worked for me. He chews with his mouth open. He's always thinking about food. And, I don't know. It's just that belly gut of his. It's just disgusting. Yeah, it is. Okay, but in villain's terms, I would definitely have to give him a 1 out of 10. Definitely. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is Master Zork, which is the, blue Zeddy over there, the old man. Well, me and Sonic, we did actually face off against him pretty well. He can fight for a crooked old man. Don't get me wrong, his fruit abilities in Sonic Lost World was pretty weird. But what did you think about him, Eggman? Honestly, for a grumpy old man, he could fight. Yeah, he can fight. But in villain's terms, I would definitely have to give him a... Well, to be fair, he did kind of give everybody a run for their money. So I guess I would have to give him a 3 out of 10. A decent 3 out of 10. Come on. He is an old man, guys. Okay, so the next Zeddy I want to talk about is definitely everybody's thing for DeviantArt and stuff. I don't know. And that's definitely Xena, the only female Zeddy, which is the green one. Well, if I had to rate her, well, let me talk about her first. Well, she is kind of annoying. She only thinks about her looks and stuff, on how she looks. But, don't get me wrong, she is pretty strong. Just for a self-absorbed Zeddy, who's always worried about her makeup and stuff, she kinda was pretty strong. And, well, okay, enough talking about her. What did you think about her, Eggman? Honestly, I wanted her to be on my side. A little bit more. Dude, really? What? She is a looker. Don't get me wrong, she is hot, but not like that. I'm not into Zeddies, okay? I'm sure whoever else is, good for you. Good for you. Yeah, but anyway, if I had to rate her, I would definitely have to give her a 1 out of 10. Definitely. Okay, and last but not least, we're on to the main Zeddy boss himself, the one and only Zavok. Yep, Zavok. Now, Zavok, he has had his fair share of battles between me and Sonic. He was in the Olympic Games with us, and I think he was in the Rio. Yeah, I think he was in Rio, and I think he was in the new Tokyo 2020 Olympics, I think. And, well, he was in Team Sonic Racing, and he was in Sonic Forces. So, yeah, we did kind of have our fair share of battles with Zavok. But in villain's terms, I guess I would definitely have to give him a decent, definitely a 10 out of 10. Come on, guys. Sega keeps spamming him over and over again in the most recent games, ever since Sonic Lost World. Okay, but, Eggman, what did you think about him?
Honestly, I thought he was so. Ugh. I mean, he basically took my plan into way too far. Look, I just wanted to use some of our world's energy. But no! He wanted to destroy the world by draining all of its energy. And with my machine, no doubt.
Well, you did kind of give them the idea.
Hey, whose side are you on? Don't forget, I was the one who tried to help you defeat the Zeddy.
Yeah, and who was the one who tried to destroy me and Sonic and Tails with a giant robot?
Guilty. Just guilty.
Well, anyway. Okay, so now that we did this, okay, next villain. Oh, Infinite. Okay, so the next villain we want to talk about is Infinite. Well, if I had to rate well, let me talk about him first. Well, Infinite, he was pretty strong the first time me and Sonic took him on. He was pretty strong. I mean, so strong, we actually lost to him and got locked away on the Death Egg for I don't know how many months. I couldn't remember. But anyway, if I had to, and plus, not to mention, thanks to Infinite, he did kind of start a major war between you and us freedom fighters, Eggman.
Well, that is pretty true. Plus, not to mention, Infinite, he was, I don't know, he was kind of the greatest creation I ever did.
Wait, what do you mean greatest creation? You didn't create him. He was just a jackal looking for more power. So you took him, fused him with the Phantom Ruby, and gave him more power.
Well, that was pretty true. I mean, it all started with Shadow calling him weak.
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess if it wasn't for Shadow, Infinite wouldn't be around. But anyway, back to this. If I had to rate Infinite, I would definitely have to give him a 9 out of 10.
Wait a minute. Why would you give Infinite a 9 out of 10? He's 100% evil.
Well, that is true, but don't forget, at least he gives all of his victims one thing that you don't do, Eggman.
Oh, really? And what was that?
He shows them mercy. That's right. He shows them mercy. He taunts them for a little bit. Then he immediately obliterates them. I don't know. I haven't seen Infinite for I don't know how long, guys. I honestly don't know what he's up to. I really don't know what the heck Infinite is up to. But who knows? He might come on the channel one day if we can find him. I don't know whatever happened to him. But anyway, let's get back to this. Okay, so anyway, next villain I want to talk about here is... Oh, Mephiles. Well, everybody's favorite villain from Sonic 06. One of the worst games ever. Mephiles. Okay, well, anyway, let me think. Yeah, Mephiles was pretty evil. I mean, don't forget, he actually tricked Silver and Blaze into coming into our world to try and kill me and Sonic. Just because Mephiles tricked him into thinking that me and Sonic were the cause of his future getting destroyed by Iblis. I mean, and plus, not to mention, Eggman, Mephiles, he did kind of succeed in the one thing that you very tried to do.
Oh, really? And what was that?
He actually killed me and Sonic.
Oh. Well, that is pretty evil, I guess.
Yeah, you think? Yeah, you think? And you tried so hard to try and kill me and Sonic, but nope, you've been bested by a crystal version of Shadow. Yeah, guys, I'm calling him Crystal Shadow. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call him next time I see him. But anyway, if I had to rate him, I would definitely give him a 10 out of 10. I mean, come on. He went through all this trouble just for a setup. He manipulated Silver into doing this. He tried getting into Shadow's head multiple times by trying to tell him that humanity is out to get him and humanity will regret ever wanting his help. And not to mention he did kill me and Sonic. Ugh. Okay, but like I said, I would give him a 10 out of 10. Eggman, You barely even met Mephiles, so what do you think about him?
Well, I do have to say one thing. I can't believe I've been bested by a hedgehog. Well, a shadow of a hedgehog. I mean, I tried so hard to try and kill you and your friends, but I've been bested by a hedgehog.
Well, it sucks to be you, Eggman. Okay, well, anyway, the next villain I want to talk about here is Metal Sonic. Okay, so one of Eggman's best creations because Sega keep using him so many times, which is Metal Sonic. Okay, so Eggman, you start first. You are his creator. So, what do you think about Metal Sonic?
Well, honestly, I would have to say he is one of the best robots I have ever created. Unlike all the other badniks and stuff, I would still have to say my greatest creation would definitely have to be Metal Sonic. He is one of the best out of all my Metal series robots.
Oh yeah, which reminds me, guys. If you guys didn't know here, Eggman, he actually created Metal Amy and Metal Sally.
Yeah, the two medals that you stole.
Hey, I did not steal them. You were the one who actually manipulated them into thinking that Mobians could be bad. And plus, not to mention, with Metal Amy, you were the one who tossed her out and treated her like an outcast. I mean, what was the point of you ever creating Metal Amy in the first place?
Look, I created her just to have my revenge on that pink idiot. I mean, have you forgotten what she did to me in Sonic X all by herself after when destroying my Serpentor robot?
Oh yeah. Man, she kicked your behind. Okay. Well, anyway, back to this. Well, if I had to rate Metal Sonic, I would definitely have to give him a 10 out of 10.
What? You gave this hunk of junk a 10 out of 10? Why?
Well, let's just say, sure, he does follow your orders a lot, but you're forgetting, with all his many different transformations, and not to mention, he does sometimes go off and run things on his own. I mean, have you forgotten what he did to you in Sonic Heroes? I mean, he tried running things all by himself. So, yeah. So basically, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it looks like the student has become the master after all. Okay. Hey guys, I think Dr. Eggman here is starting to get hard boiled.
Just get to the next villain, or else I'm gonna blast you with my laser gun.
Okay. Snippy much? Jeez. Okay, so the next villain I want to talk about here is none other than Scourge. Scourge the Hedgehog, also known as Evil Sonic. Well, Scourge, I would definitely I honestly don't know what to think about him. Eggman, what do you think about Scourge?
Well, I honestly have to say he was the worst. I mean, sure, he may be an evil version of Sonic, which is a good thing. I love the evil versions. But if I had to say something, he's a whole lot more deadlier than me. I mean, sure, I'm evil, but I wouldn't go through the length of killing somebody. I mean, sure, I do capture people, mainly Amy, but that's just to get Sonic's attention. But anyway, if I had to say one thing about Scourge, he is on a whole other level.
Yeah, he is on a whole other level. I mean, he's crazy. Luckily, we got him. I mean, have you seen our videos that we did to him on? I mean, did you see the videos that we did about him?
Yes, and I do have to say that was pretty dark of you. You're starting to become more like me.
Eggman, the day I become like you is the day that I choke on a Chaos Emerald.
Did you really have to say that?
Well, yeah, because there's no way I am ever going to be like you, Eggman. Never in a million years. But anyway, if I had to rate Scourge, I would definitely have to give him a decent 9 out of 10.
Why would you give an evil version of your brother that caused you so much pain a 9 out of 10?
Yeah, I would definitely give him a 9 out of 10 because after all, he is pretty evil. But think about it like this. He couldn't be that evil to get with all those girls back in the day before they joined my side. So, oh, and also Rosie, Alicia, Buns, Fiona, if you guys are watching this, hey, I'll be sure to stop by and check on you girls later.
Dude, are they like your girlfriends or something?
What? No, they're my roommates, of course, okay? Besides, I'm married.
Oh, by the way, didn't Scourge brother Torch rape your wife? Grrr. Oh, and look who's getting hard-boiled here. Ugh. Let's just get to the last villain before I make you choke on a Chaos Emerald.
Okay, there's no way I'm turning dark form on the channel. There's only one more villain left. Okay, so we're on the last villain, ladies and gentlemen. And the last villain that we want to talk about here is none other than the birthday boy himself, Eggman.
Oh, yes, finally, we get to talk about something good. Me.
Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, let me think about it. Well, Eggman, like you said before, you are the original Sonic villain. I mean, you started out way in the classic era, and you're still trying to destroy us in the modern era. Heck, even your boom form is trying to destroy us. And then your movie self.
Yes. And by the way, guys, I do have to admit, Jim Carrey did do a really good job playing me. But anyway, yes, I do have to give myself credit. I do a good job trying to destroy you all. I mean, with all my greatest creations, my armies, my warships, everything that I have created with my two bare hands, I have dedicated myself into destroying this planet, and I will destroy more. But, unfortunately, thanks to you and your pathetic friends, Flame, my dreams of world domination are yet to come true.
Well, what did you expect? I mean, what the heck did you think that we were gonna do? Just let us sit back and waste our powers on, I don't know, and just let you destroy everything? No, we're definitely not gonna do that, Eggman. No, And plus, not to mention, Eggman, you may call yourself a big baddie, but deep down, you know that you do sometimes help us.
What? Okay, name me one time that I actually stopped being evil for once and helped you out.
Well, earlier you were talking about how you helped us save the Earth from Black Doom after when it tried to drop the Black Comet on us.
Well, that was one thing.
And not to mention, you did kind of send out that message to assemble us Sonic Heroes to stop Metal Sonic in Sonic Heroes.
Well, that was...
Or what about the time you actually helped us stop the Space Colony Ark from falling on Earth?
Okay. I get it. I'm not that much of a bad guy. But I will have to say one thing. The reason why I did it is because of what I said earlier. I don't want any other baddie sitting in the big boss chair besides me. Besides, think about it like this. If there's no world, what the heck is there for me to conquer? Look, the reason why I saved the world is so that way I can conquer it myself. I don't want any other person conquering this world besides me. Do you get it?
Yes, I get it, Eggman. But I do have to say one thing. I know it's your birthday and everything, but I do have to say one thing. You are a notorious villain. But, Eggman, out of all the villains me and Sonic has ever faced off against, you are definitely one of the best. I thank you, Dr. Robotnik.
Well, for once, you actually showed me some gratitude.
And for that, I would definitely have to say, you actually achieved a lot of crazy things that lots of other villains haven't. I mean, you actually succeeded on finding all 7 Chaos Emeralds one time. You actually build all kinds of crazy machines. And you actually managed to survive all kinds of different explosions and all sorts of other things, too.
Yes, I do have to say, I am formidable.
Yeah, and for that, Eggman, as my birthday present, I am giving you a 10 out of 10 on the villain scale.
Well, I would definitely have to say one thing, Flame the Dragonhog. You are good on my book. And for that, I will do my best to try and destroy you.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Doctor. Well, guys, looks like we reached the end of yet another Flame Rants. And that was my top 10 villains, my top 10 favorite Sonic villains. And of course, my ratings of them. And of course, I would like to thank the birthday boy, also known as Dr. Eggman, for coming onto the channel for his very first time.
Oh, it is a pleasure to be here. It's a very good pleasure to be here. And I really do hope that we can do this again.
Maybe. But you have to promise to behave.
Alright. Only on this channel, I will behave. But once you're not recording, you better watch out, Hedgehog.
Okay then. Well, anyway, like I said before, guys, we reached the end of yet another Flames Rant. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and comment down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that way you guys can be up to date whenever I post. And if you guys want, be sure to tell Ivo or Robotnik or Eggman or whichever you want to call him, wish him happy birthday on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, because today he's a really good guy. Once you get to know him, I guess. Besides, everybody knows underneath this great big round belly, he's nothing but a softie.
Oh, stop it. You're too much.
Oh boy. Well, anyway, this is Flame the Dragonhog
And Dr. Ivo Robotnik,
or Eggman, signing out for now. Later, flamethrowers.
goodbye, my future conquerors.